Should some things remain a mystery in a relationship after you hit the comfort zone?
Steve used to have a room in the house, and it had some kind of digital lock on it. They had to figure out the code. Mary, when you got in there, what was in there? She said, hell, a big dirty desk. And it was dirty with a computer on it. Mary, did you look on the computer? She said, yes, I did. I said, so what did you see? She said, men, naked men. I got it on tape.
In the glamorous world of Hollywood, there are fans behind the stars who have an insatiable appetite for scandalous revelations and unexpected truth. Steve Harvey, the most famous TV personality, shocked everyone with what he was hiding behind his charismatic smile and sharp wit. The man who was teaching everyone about choosing men actually has an elusive truth behind his crafted facade. And there are mountains of compelling evidence that are hanging heavily in the air.
I'm not the person I used to be.
Well, everyone's favorite, Steve Harvey, has been recently confirmed cheating on his wife, Marjorie Harvey. The list of his affairs is long, as you know that the man already had divorced 2 women just to find what suits him the best. But now he's ready to change his sexual orientation. Well, for years, whispers and speculation have circulated within Hollywood circles. They have cast a shadow of doubt on the heteronormative narrative Steve Harvey has so masterfully constructed. So now, with a mountain of compelling evidence at our disposal, it's time to confront the uncomfortable question that hangs heavily in the air. Is Steve Harvey attracted to men? Yeah, Steve Harvey is attracted to men, but many might think that it's just an allegation without proof. But the proof cannot be hidden for no longer. Essie Berry, a civil rights activist known for helping victims of injustice, has spoken out about his shady masculinity. She has dropped a truth bomb that Steve's ex-wife Mary and his son have discovered a secret door in the house with a digital lock on it. One day he was out of town. Mary, Steve's niece, and his son were home, and they luckily figured out the code. When they got inside, Mary saw a big desk with Vaseline in the drawer, and what most was shocking to see that there were photos of naked men on the computer screen.
And I said, what? I said, what are you talking about?
Well, this is his life, but nobody can expect this from Steve. Not only this, many fans have long speculated on Harvey's vague comments and subtle faults during interviews and public appearances. In retrospect, these seemingly innocent moments take on a whole new significance. They leave fans questioning, was it all just a harmless joke, or did it serve as a window into a world that is yet to be uncovered?
Hey, Tess, the bride of Frankenstein says she married him because of his sexy what?
You know what, Steve? I don't want to say it. Don't make me say it.
I'm not going to make you say it.
All right.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
Oh, wow.
You have to say something because we can't just turn around and go, you know what?
Additionally, viewers have scrutinized Steve's wardrobe and style choices, often blurring the lines of traditional masculinity with his impeccably tailored suits and daring fashion choices. He challenges social norms, raising the question of whether his expression reflects an unfulfilled desire to defy conventional expectations. Well, the man has given so many shocking comments about dating, men and women, over the past few years. There's nothing that could stop his tongue from speaking whatever he likes, as he's done everything from being homophobic to promoting gender-normative and anti-intellectual stereotypes. Like while talking on Good Morning America to a man asked him about why men go for unintelligent and shallow women. Steve said, if a guy is out for one thing, it's best to go for shallow, unintelligent women. You don't want to break this news to a really bright woman. I just want to do something to you this evening. You don't want to tell that to an intelligent person because she'll tell you where to take all of that. You want to find somebody shallow, really simple, unintelligent, that you can run this by and they'll sit there and go, wow, that sounds great. But this may seem one side of the story. But one in particular, Steve just hates Asian men. One head offended members of the Asian community with a cringe-worthy segment that aired on his talk show in January of 2017. During the segment, he cracks a few awkward jokes while poking fun at the book, How to Date a White Woman, a practical guide for Asian men. You like Asian men? I don't even like Chinese food, boy, Harvey quips to the audience via Variety. It doesn't stay with you no time. I don't eat what I can't pronounce. Many people noted that the segment is cringe, and it raised a controversy too.
Practical guide for Asian men.
Following this, the fresh off the beat author Eddie Huang wrote an op-ed for the New York Times titled, "Hey Steve Harvey, who says I might not steal your girl?" Well, a statement was issued on the show in which Harvey seemed clueless about the controversy and said, "I ain't been laughing that much over the past few days. They're kind of beating me up on the internet right now for no reason. But you know, that's life, ain't it? It seems like Steve doesn't think from his brain. His statements against Asian men created chaos in the community and came up against him on social media. Steve got that with this hate. His popularity could get a downfall because a lot of fans he has are from the Asian community. So the man finally used his brain and tweeted an apology. "I offer the humblest apology for offending anyone, particularly those in the Asian community last week. It was not my intention and the humor was not meant with any malice or disrespect whatsoever." Well, he is not less than a pathetic mentality man who never cares about what he speaks and what the results could be. Steve loves his sexual assaulter friend Bill Cosby, who's been alleged of assaulting over 60 women. He accepts his friendship publicly and has no offense in whatever he's done. He acknowledges having a personal connection with Bill Cosby and expresses gratitude for the support Cosby provided to his sons at Morehouse College. He also attributed the devil for teaching them valuable lessons about the entertainment business. In an interview published in 2015, Steve confronted, "I haven't talked to him in a few months, but when I'm your friend, he said. And Bill Cosby helped my sons at Morehouse College, and he taught me how to do this business. He didn't even know me, and he taught me how to do this business." Shamelessly, he also said that, "When I heard all the trouble he was in, I called and asked him how he was doing. You know what he says to me? 'Hey man, I appreciate you calling, but just stay away from me right now. You don't need none of this on you. You're doing good. Whatever happens to me, but don't get none of this on you." That's an amazing thing for a guy to say. Guys, it seems like Steve has always been against the gays and LGBT people, but he's often been seen supporting them. In an interview, Gus Kenworthy told Steve that, "When I come out as gay to my family, they were completely loving and supportive. Unfortunately, that's not a reality for a lot of LGBT youth. When they tell their parents, a lot of kids end up on the streets." Surprisingly, instead of criticizing the gays, Steve spoke out in their favor. "I guess I don't get that part. If it's my kid, it's my kid. I would never stop loving my kid." After a round of applause from the audience and the Kenworthy family, Harvey did what would get a child kicked out of the Harvey household. Now, if you ain't working, you gotta get out. Well, we can only say that Steve is being unpredictable regarding his sexuality. Maybe he loves men and is attracted to them, but he has to hide it, especially when he has kids and a wife and 2 exes. No offense, fans are also surprised by his sexual preferences. One of them commented over the issue when Essie exposed Steve. "I absolutely love this interview. Ms. Essie is so brave for coming out with this information. I love her boldness and way of conveying information. I just feel so bad when she was silenced and had to carry this for so long. Thank you, Storm, for this interview." Another one getting angry on Steve cheating, his wives commented, "Well, I knew this day would eventually come. I followed the case with Ms. Berry and Mary back in the day, and I was in awe. I honestly believe the industry is done with him, hence losing his shows and the tax situation. When they are done with you, they no longer protect and turn on you. The industry is dirty, but not as dirty as the karma Steve aimed to get." Well, we can't exactly say that Steve will get publicly exposed for his orientation, or he would announce publicly that he's gay, but we can speculate that the man with this much wit is hiding something behind his double meaning words. Let's see what happens next, and when Steve openly says, "Listen, my man, I am gay." Till then, we can just pray for his 3rd wife who's being cheated. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.